Okay, it's time to get tropical shine with the arrival of Kururun. Let's see what is in today's episode. Well, technically when I'm uploading this, it is last week's episode or yesterday's episode, whatever. Because one, it's gonna be an unexpected one indeed. Hee-ho! So we get to see the self-intro of Natsume as we get a quick recap on last week's episode. It was nice, but as we get into the real part, Asuka is taking everyone out for a jog to help focus on activities, and that is when they find Kururun on a washed up rock on the shore. And they talked to how cute Kururun was, and Laura was able to confirm that Kururun was the queen's pet. Once the girls have met Kururun, they say how cute Kururun was. Laura tells them that Kururun is a sea fairy when they say she's a seal. And a cute seal at that, I have to say. Kururun then seems to have something to say to the girls, but they can't really understand what she's saying because seal. Or sea fairy for that matter. So why do they just ask Laura? She's a mermaid and is a little sea fairy that she can just talk to. But Laura wasn't really much of a help at all. But I liked it how they were zooming into Kururun's face and then it just gently goes back to Laura thinking and guessing. It was kind of funny. So after they were not able to understand Kururun, Minori said Kururun might be hungry and asked Laura what do sea fairies eat. Laura said Kururun likes seashell cookies and that she conveniently had some in a mini fridge inside the aqua pot. Huh. And so they gave them to Kururun to eat, and she eats the cookies. Laura then asked Minori how she knew Kururun was hungry, and Minori guessed that Kururun was hungry because of her long trip to come to the surface. But the question was, why did Kururun came to them? And with that, shocked Kururun's face made Laura guess that Kururun was supposed to deliver something from the Mermaid Queen, but had lost it. Good digging. So back at the villain's castle, I don't know what they are going to call it or if it already has a name. But basically, Butler has asked Elda, to go to the surface and steal the item that Kururun was to deliver to the Cures. Elda didn't want to go and complaining about it, she isn't an adult and doesn't want to do adult things. But Butler tempted her with that he will give her a reward if she were to steal the item. This makes Elda happy and she goes to the surface to steal the item from the Cures. Now I said a lot of oh no's in the last one, but this is a big oh no. So back with the girls, they go to find where Kururun had dropped the item that was from the queen, but they couldn't find it. They then guessed that it could be a Percure power item, so they continued searching harder. There was also a funny scene of the girls daydreaming in what attack power-up will be, and it was funny. At the same time, Laura questions why Minori was looking in the woods when it couldn't possibly be there. But do not mind, and they just keep heading searching. Once Laura and Kururun have given up trying and taking a break, Minori comes back with a satchel. And with Kururun's excitement, they find out how this is the item that they were looking for. Laura had asked how she found it, and Minori explained that she thought since Kururun leaving Grand Ocean must have come across a strong current, which knocked her away, losing the satchel, and that it must have washed it on shore and someone must have found it, and they also hanged it on a tree, so it would be easier for anyone who have lost it to find it. Clever! This Laura asked how she knew that it would be in the woods, and Minori said that she used her knowledge and imagination from the books to guess where it was. Nice thinking there, Minori. As they were talking, Elda appears. Elda. Oh god, I'm gonna keep on tripping her name, am I? Well, she is kind of a crybaby. She had appeared to steal the statue away from the girls. Elda wanted to take the statue from the girls so she can get her reward from Butler, but they wouldn't hand it over to her that easily, and so this made Elda mad, and she summoned a yandere to deal with the girls. It was made of a seashell. There were no humans around to get motivation, so it was still a decent fight. While the Curers were defeating the yandere, Laura made some kind of exchange with Elena and did call Elena a kid in that she used the Percure power-up item on Elena. But one problem was that the item wasn't exactly a power-up. It was actually a box of fruit snacks from Grand Ocean. What a surprise! Actually, I have seen this one coming from a mile away for the foreshadowing. It's basically like, they have a lot of these in comedy anime. And since this is a comedy season, I wasn't exactly that surprised of what was inside the item. But anyways, Papaya found a way to stop the yandere and tangle it up with some rope that happened to be lying around. Once the yandere was taken care of, they went to protect Laura and Kururun. And with Papaya's speech as saying it was an important item from the queen, she used surprise of Papaya shot to destroy the yandere and turn it back into a seashell. Elda flees, and then they enjoy the nice and lovely snack of fruits from Grand Ocean. Questioned why the queen had sent the snacks and wondered if it maybe was sent to them so Laura can eat her favorite snacks from Grand Ocean with everyone, which Laura agreed with, and so that Kururun is going to be staying with Laura and the girls, and they use a bubble picture and send one to the Mermaid Queen. The episode ending with her smiling. So my final thoughts on episode 7, I guess, would be that it was okay, and I'm happy that we finally were able to see Kururun. Took you long enough. That was pretty much the episode. Funny. I am hoping in the next episode that we'll see some motivation get stolen by the villains, even knowing if it's only been 2 episodes with no motivation stolen. It just lacks luster in the fights, really, to me. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, Silverchan signing out. Have a nice day.